Hello you gay sexy faggots. It is I, Yogi Bear, and I am gayer than the average bear. But I am not here to do any sick fuck related things, nor am I going to be butting heads with group pickles using my own hairy ass. I am instead here to give my thoughts in the upcoming Jellystone cartoon that is set to premiere on HBO Max towards the end of the month. This will be the first new piece of media to feature me since that lit action movie a decade prior, and I believe that it will be very swell. First off, it is nice to see my swell faggots from various Hanna-Barbera cartoons make a return to some capacity, especially since we have not seen many of them in so long that they have certainly fallen into obscurity. The next thing is that this cartoon will be headed by C.H. Greenblatt, who, if you didn't know or didn't give a shit, he worked on some of the earlier seasons of SpongeBob SquarePants and created Chowder and Harvey Beaks, which are two very swell and underrated shows. So I expect a lot of good things to come from this show. The best part was in the trailer. There was a scene where I get so fucking massive and swell that I got a massive boner and I began to jack off viciously to the point I tore a part of my foreskin like and I unleashed a tidal wave of cum like bag that was swell and flooded my entire cave. Thankfully my butt buddies Boo Boo and Huckleberry Hound were home at the time and drank all of the yummy cummy and also put some of it in their asses. Of course not everything in this cartoon are what I would consider to be swell. For starters, that disgusting horse Indy Bear is gonna be in it, and that appalls me to no end, because I know for a fact that they are going to make us romantic partners and this will cause me to vomit up all the cocks I was choking on. But I will use that vomit as lube and eat all the cocks again, so I don't think it will be too bad. But one of the more egregious example has to be the Rule 63 they pulled in my butt buddy Jabberjaw, better known as Dapperjaw, the gayest shark around. They turned him into a female in this cartoon, and that makes me disgusted beyond any scope of rational thought. I wouldn't even wish that on my worst enemy. One could argue that they did this because they wanted to take some creative liberties, since many of these characters are so old and obscure that they can't do something new with them, and that the only people getting pissed off would be the crusty old boomers who watched these cartoons back in like the 60s and 70s, conservative clickbait shotcocks like the Quartering who would make a video calling this SJW woke liberal propaganda or some retarded nonsensical shit like that. Or autistic man-children who stay up until 4 in the morning watching Boomerang all the time. But the very thought of taking a close butt buddy of mine and turning them female is something that I just cannot forgive, and for that I must deduct a point from this show. I guess Betty Beville will have a new recruit to her Betty Bunch then. Note that this is just my own personal opinion, and they do not represent Iron Yoshi's, who doesn't mind any of this. But then again he's a stupid faggot who's been slacking off while masturbating to pictures of Queen Nova like the fucking degenerate that he is. With that said, I still have high hopes for this show despite what they did to Jabberjaw. I am gonna masturbate to all the male characters while tearing Boo Boo's anus a new one, and while Huckleberry Hound jacks off to the two of us, which is Blue Rocket. With this new cartoon starring myself, as well as the Rugrats reboot, I think we may be heading towards a Speakonia resurgence. Speaking of Iron Yoshi, I suppose I should give an update as to what he has been doing. The summer special that he has been talking about is still being worked on. Oh, if things go well, the script should be done by this week and editing can begin. The best estimate as to when it will be finished will probably be 2 weeks or so, but no promises. Also, Iron Yoshi has been thinking about possibly starting a Discord server relating to the Speakonia community. There is a Barney Bunch server, but it is private and from what I heard mostly for more well-known members of the community. A general Speakonia server, where creators can interact with one another sounds like a swell idea, But Iron Yoshi wants to hear your all's thoughts in said idea before pulling the trigger on it. He is also planning to do a Cube Muppet video this month, since come the 21st will mark the 19th anniversary of the Cube Muppets creation. He isn't sure what he'll do, but he'll do something alright. Well, that is pretty much all I have to say. I need to go and steal some dildos, so that way I can shove them up Huckleberry Hound's ass. Goodbye, you swell faggots, and be sure to keep your butt buddies close, and your dildos even closer. Ha 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 ha.